Hey folks, this is Vent with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play Star Trek. Not your average Star Trek. This is one of the first Star Trek games, if not the first Star Trek game ever made for the PC. There are multiple renditions of it from 1970-something through 1980-something. And the one I'm playing here, I believe, was 1981-ish? The one I remember playing as a kid was slightly different than this, but for the most part, it's the same. So what are you doing in this? Well, as the Enterprise, you have to go around this grid. You have to destroy all the Klingons before the time limit expires. Okay, now, I don't claim to be very good at this. There's no instruction manual, so I've had to, off-camera, try and figure things out. For example, navigating is a task within itself, just simply because you're not given a guide on the direction. So when it tells you, okay, which direction do you want to go, you have to type a number in from 1 to 8. And unfortunately, it doesn't tell you, okay, 1 is right, 3 is up. It starts with 1 to the right and then goes counterclockwise. So, again, that took some trial and error to figure out. Anyway, let's go ahead and show you around a bit. Okay, so already I'm in a sector to where there's a Klingon. What you're looking at here on the right-hand side is the short-range scan of the sector that I'm in. And I am the E on that little 8x8 grid. Those little asterisks are stars, and the little happy face, I guess, is a Klingon. Now, in the game that I played as a kid, K was Klingon. So, I'm going to go ahead and try and blow them up with my phasers. So what I have to do is you have to make sure this is all caps, PHA as the command. The numbers on the bottom are not what you need to type in. You have to type in, usually it's a 3-letter command, so PHA or SRS for short range scan, NAV for navigate, so Fey, and then phasers locked on target. Now, it doesn't tell me how much hit points, so to speak, that this Klingon has, so I'm just going to guess 500. So, energy available. Your ship will consume energy. It's non-replenishable unless you go and dock at a starbase. So, I'm going to go ahead and just guess 500, hit enter. Klingon destroyed. 167 unit hit on Klingon at sector 1,5. Klingon destroyed. So there we go. So we've already destroyed one Klingon. According to the screen, there are 92 Klingons remaining. So this is a long game. Again, there are multiple renditions of this. Some I got to work, others I didn't. Some I couldn't figure out at all because just, again, no instruction manual with these. So if I want to move around, I can type in NAV. Oops, okay. Now, one thing to note, my enter key might be stuck. If I hit enter for too long, like if I don't tap it, it'll hit it multiple times, and that's what happened here. Let me try this again. SRS, let me try that. Yeah, there we go. And then NAV. I'm using the enter key on the right side of the keyboard by the number pad. So it says to set a course. Now, this is the part I had to figure out through trial and error. To me, I thought like 1 would have been 12 o'clock, and 2 would have been 1 o'clock, and so on. But that's not how this works. The course is the direction. Again, 1 starts on the very far right, and it goes counterclockwise. So if I want to go 2 spaces to the... If I want to go to the left, I'm going to have to use the number 5. Okay, because 1 is on the far right, 3 is on the very top, 5 would then be on the far left. And then it tells me my warp factor. Now, if I do a whole number, like 1, 2, or 3, I advance into a different sector. Whereas, if I use a decimal, like a point something, I move that many spaces. So let's do 0.2. In theory, I should move to the left 2 spaces. There we go. Alright. So, why am I doing this? Well, I'm just showing you that. Now, if I hit LRS... now, this is the long-range scan. So basically, it scans all of the space around me. I don't remember I think the first number is the number of Klingons at that location, and I think the middle number might be a starbase, but don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it's a starbase because it's the most rarest. Finding a starbase in your huge grid that you're going to be patrolling is difficult. I'm pretty sure the middle number is the starbase. I think the number of stars are on the right. We can verify that, actually. If you take a look at my screen, all those asterisks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I see 8 asterisks, and if you look on the very center of this grid on the bottom right, it says 008. So 0 Klingons, 0 starbase is 8 stars. So if I were to go to the left, I should find a starbase and 5 stars, and then I can dock with that starbase, replenish energy, what have you. What other commands can you do? There's phaser, there's torpedo. You have to actually set the direction of the torpedo, similar to the course command. There's shield, so let's say I want to adjust shield power. Right now my shields are at 1472. Let's say I want to replenish them to 1500. Bam, done. So now my shields are back up to 1500. I have to consume some of my total energy to do that. Damage. If I type in DAM, everything is good, so no problems there. If I type in COM for computer, awaiting your command, on the very bottom there is GAL. This is the 8x8 grid to which I will be exploring. I find 92 Klingons to be a little difficult / ridiculous. I would in the DOS game that I played as a kid, I think there were like 20 Klingons, 30 Klingons. It would be random. So yeah, I could go. So there's 6 Klingons to the bottom right. There's no way I can take them on. There's no way. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I could go to the bottom left, and I can set a course that way. Let's go back to the computer and see what other options there are. There's status, STA. Again, nothing to report. It's the same thing as damage, really. COM for computer. And then direction, dir/di, that's, you're going to type in a from coordinate and a to coordinate, and it'll calculate the space between them and all that jazz. The base, I think those are all the different star bases that are in the game. It gives you a list of that. Torpedo, I think calculates your torpedo trajectory. Yeah, pretty sure. And then go back to COM. And then REG for reg. This is, I don't know why I would care about that. Yeah. So let's go back to LRS. And the start date is on the very top, so some things that you do will consume time. Again, the game doesn't tell you which ones, but you're trying to destroy the Klingons before time limit expires. So let's go ahead and SRS. We're going to go southwest to the quadrant 106. Or, well, yeah, 1 Klingon, 0 star bases, 6 stars. So we're going to do nav. We're going to set a course that would be 6. And, because again, 1 to the far right, 5 is far left, and then counterclockwise 6 is southwest. And then warp factor 1, that means that we're going to be jumping 1 sector. So I'm going to do that. There we go. So we are now, as soon as we enter, the Klingons get to fire at us automatically. That's why I'm saying, like, if we enter that system with 6 Klingon ships, they're just going to blow us up. Unless we, like, put our shields to an insane amount first. Warp engines were damaged. Great. So that means that I can't warp out of here. I'm trying to eyeball it. I don't think I can hit him with a torpedo without calculating. I can either use my phasers. I can try the computer. Let's do COM. And let's do Tor. Distance is 4.242641. I've actually never used the torpedoes. I still have to set... No, I don't know if the... See, this is the thing. He's not directly diagonal to me, so I have to... We can... Let me just try the whole... Let's try it. I just want to see if it works. Tor... And my course. Let's try that 4.2, whatever it was, 5, sure. And let's see how this torpedo... Okay, it didn't actually... Unfortunately, I couldn't see where the torpedo hit. In the DOS game that I played as a kid, you actually physically saw an asterisk shoot out of the Enterprise, and you saw its course. Unfortunately, it didn't really... it didn't really like tell me where it went, so that kind of stinks. Maybe I need to type it in exactly. So let's go back to the computer. I'm probably gonna die here, but whatever. TOR. 4 point. I'm gonna write this down actually, and this is just gonna be another test. 2.24, 2641. I'm just curious. Tor. All right, so we're gonna do 4.242641. No, that did not work. All right. What if I moved? Let's try. I can move up and then fire my torpedo. If I move up 3 spaces, let's do that. Nav, course 3, warp factor. Okay, I'm actually damaged, so I can't. I can only move up to 0.2. So what if I moved over 1? So I want to CLE clear. Yeah, redo. Nav. Oh, great. Did I break the game? Okay, there we go. Enterprise hit. Okay, so let's do nav, course 5, and then 0.01. Oh, 0.1. That should move it over to the left. And now that torpedo... Again, I'm trying to... Maybe I am in the... I don't know. I don't know where I am anymore. I can't tell if I'm diagonal to him or not. Maybe I was diagonal to him before, and I just didn't realize it. Well, we'll try. Torpedo. And we're just going to do a course 4. Nope. Okay. Let's navigate back to where we were. Course 1.1. Torpedo 4. Destroyed. Nice. Okay. So we were... It's hard to tell because the columns in the rows aren't exactly proportionate from the looks of it, but so it goes. Okay. So we destroyed the Klingon ship. We took a crap ton of damage. If I type in DAM, yeah, library computer, anything negative there is in dire straits. So, but as we move around, we'll be able to repair that automatically. Sometimes the ship systems will repair into a positive value and will have more durability to them. Like you'll get an event that says photon systems repaired beyond required blah 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 blah. Okay, so let's go back to SRS, and if I remember correctly, the starbase is north of us, so we're just going to go nav 3 warp factor. Oh, we can't even. I'll just point to it. Warp engine repair completed. All right, there we go. Nav 3 warp factor 1. There's the starbase up there. Let's nav 4. Let's go 1 2.2. Okay, now we need to go. I guess we could have done diagonal 1 more, but whatever. We're going to do nav course 3, and that's 0.1. Okay. Shields dropped for docking purposes. So if you take a look at my total energy, it is now 6,500. And I'm able to, now I can move away from here and go after the Klingons some more. So yeah, this is not going to appeal. I'm sure the kids have turned this video off by now and went back to Fortnite or whatever it is they're watching now. But for an old fogey like me that grew up in the 80s and grew up with this game, you know, it's kind of exciting. Well, it's more nostalgic exciting than anything else. All right, let's do long-range sensors. So we're at the edge of the grid, no Klingons nearby. Let's take a look at the computer again and take a look at the galaxy as it stands. So there's a Klingon 2 to the right. So we could do nav. We're going to set a course 1 and then warp factor 2 to move 2 spaces to the right. Not sure what happened there. This game will sometimes crash or do weird things. Again, it's DOS. I guess I blew up. Oh, I know what happened. I was docked with the starbase, and I think my shields were down, and I think the Klingons opened fire and killed me. I think that's what happened. Probably. I wonder if there's a, if I type in, yeah, it's not going to work. I'm already dead. All right, well, there you go. What a way to end the Enterprise's career, forgetting to raise the shields after leaving space dock. I think you have to manually move away from space dock, set the shield value, and then go. But because my shields were down, they're dead. So, yeah, if you guys want to see an actual playthrough of this at some point in the future, let me know. If you guys haven't already subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube, that way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.